She was born in a place where dreams usually die. Gunshots were normal. Drugs were common. Violence was everywhere. People didn't talk about success there. They talked about survival. And in that place, a little black girl was holding a tennis racket. Her name was Serena Williams. The world would later call her the Queen of Tennis. But in the beginning, the world didn't even believe she belonged on the court. Born where champions are not expected. Serena was born in Compton, California, one of the most dangerous areas in America. Sirens were louder than lullabies. Fear was part of daily life. Her father, Richard Williams, had no money, no connections, and no tennis background. But he had one thing: a vision. He once watched a tennis match on TV and said, "My daughters will become champions." People laughed. He was a poor black man from Compton. What did he know about tennis? But he didn't care. Training on broken courts. There were no fancy academies. No expensive coaches. Serena and her sister Venus practiced on cracked public courts. Sometimes there were drug dealers nearby. Sometimes gunshots stopped practice. But their father stood there with a whistle, a notebook, and belief. He taught them from books, from videos, from discipline. They practiced every single day. Rain, heat, cold. No excuses. The world didn't welcome her. When Serena entered junior tennis, she was not welcomed. She faced racism, doubt, insults, disrespect. People whispered, "She doesn't belong here. She's too strong. She's not elegant enough." She didn't look like the perfect tennis girl. But she didn't change herself. She changed the game. Her first big test. As a teenager, Serena entered professional tournaments. She was nervous. She was young. But she was fearless. She didn't win immediately. She lost matches. She cried in silence. She questioned herself. But she never quit. She remembered her father's words. Champions are built in pain. The turning moment. In 1999, Serena did something unbelievable. She won her first Grand Slam title at the US Open. The world was shocked. The little girl from Compton was now on top of tennis. She was only 17 years old. And this was just the beginning. But success did not make her life easy. After her victory, pressure increased. People watched her more, judged her more, criticized her more. Every mistake was a headline. Every emotion was questioned. She was not allowed to be human because she was becoming a legend. If this story is touching your heart, remember, stories like this are made to build your confidence and belief. Backhand index pointing right, subscribe to this channel. Because here, you don't just listen, you grow. The pain nobody saw. Behind her smiles were injuries. Behind her trophies were tears. Her body suffered. Her mind suffered. But she stood tall. She didn't become strong because life was easy. She became strong because life was hard. The battles that tried to break her. Fame looks beautiful from far away. But when you live inside it, it can feel like a storm that never stops. Serena Williams had become a champion. Her name was everywhere. Her face was on magazines. Her trophies filled rooms. But inside, her real fight was just beginning. When winning becomes pressure. After her first Grand Slam victory, people stopped seeing Serena as a young girl. They started seeing her as a machine. Every match she played, people expected victory. Every loss became a problem. She wasn't allowed to be learning. She was expected to be perfect. And perfection is heavy. Her first big fall. In early 2000s, Serena faced injuries. Small pains became big problems. Her knee hurt. Her back hurt. Her ankle suffered. She tried to play through pain because champions are expected to be strong. But her body started breaking down. Matches she once dominated, she now lost. Critics became louder. She's finished. She's over. Her time is gone. Those words hurt more than injuries. Losing more than matches. The world saw her lose tournaments. But what they didn't see, long nights with ice packs, lonely hotel rooms, quiet tears, fear of never coming back. She asked herself, what if this is the end? Then tragedy struck her heart. In 2003, Serena faced the biggest emotional shock of her life. Her elder sister Yatun Price was shot and killed in a violent incident. Serena was broken. She lost not just a sister. She lost a part of her soul. She stopped playing. She stopped smiling. She stopped believing. Tennis felt meaningless. Life felt empty. When the champion disappeared. For months, Serena disappeared from the tennis world. People again started talking. She's done. She'll never return. But Serena was not finished. She was healing. The painful return. When Serena returned, she was not the same. She was slower. She was heavier. She was weaker. People mocked her body. They said, she doesn't look like an athlete. She should retire. But Serena did something dangerous. She came back anyway. She lost again and again. Her comeback was not smooth. She lost early matches. She was eliminated fast. But she didn't quit. She trained harder. She disciplined herself. She rebuilt her body. Slowly, her fire returned. Soft middle reminder, CTA. If you feel tired, broken, or judged, this story is for you. Backhand index pointing right, subscribe to this channel. Because here, we don't quit. We rise. The comeback no one expected. In 2007, Serena shocked the world. She entered the Australian Open ranked very low. No one believed in her. But she believed in herself. She fought every match. She destroyed her fears. She lifted the trophy. She became champion again. People were silent. The queen was back. Her message to the world. She didn't say, I am perfect. She said, I am strong because I didn't give up. But Serena's greatest test was still ahead. A test that would threaten her life, her career, and her dream. The battle that nearly ended everything. Sometimes life doesn't test your talent. It tests your existence. Serena Williams had returned to the top of tennis. She had proven her critics wrong again. But destiny was preparing a challenge that had nothing to do with trophies. This time, Serena was going to fight for her life. But just days later, while visiting a restaurant, Serena stepped on broken glass. A small cut on her foot didn't look serious. But that cut changed everything. When a small wound becomes a big danger, the wound became infected. Serena had to undergo surgery. Doctors removed broken glass pieces from her foot. She was told, you need rest. But rest wasn't enough. Her body reacted badly. The terrifying diagnosis. Soon after, Serena began experiencing severe pain in her legs and chest. She couldn't breathe properly. She couldn't walk normally. Doctors discovered something terrifying. She had blood clots in her lungs, a condition that can kill suddenly. This is called pulmonary embolism. Serena was rushed into emergency treatment. Her life was in danger. She was scared, not of losing tennis, but of losing life. The darkest nights. She spent long nights in hospital rooms. Machines beeped. Lights stayed on. Doctors watched her closely. She thought about her family, her future, her unfinished dreams. She whispered, I'm not ready to go. Learning to walk again. After months of treatment, Serena survived. But she was not the same. She had lost muscle. She had lost strength. She had lost confidence. She had to learn how to walk again. From walking, she moved to jogging. From jogging to running. From running to tennis. Step by painful step, the world doubted her again. People said, she will never return. Her career is over. Her body is finished. But Serena didn't listen. She had faced death. Criticism felt small now. If life ever tried to break you, remember, you are stronger than your worst moment. Backhand index pointing right, subscribe to this channel. Because here, broken does not mean finished. The comeback of the impossible. In 2012, Serena returned. She played fiercely. She won matches. She silenced critics again. And then, she did something unbelievable. She won Wimbledon again. From hospital bed to championship podium. Her comeback became history. What Serena proved. She proved, you can fall, you can break, you can suffer. But Serena's story was not over. Her most emotional and powerful chapter was still coming. The chapter where she becomes more than a champion. The warrior who refused to give up. People think success ends pain. But sometimes, success only changes the type of pain. Serena Williams had returned to tennis after fighting death itself. She had proved her strength to the world again. But destiny was preparing a test that would touch her heart. Not her trophies. A new dream. Serena had another dream. Not about tennis. Not about titles. She wanted to become a mother. She wanted a family. She wanted love beyond trophies. The happiest news. In 2017, Serena found out she was pregnant. She was overjoyed. She shared the news with the world. Fans celebrated. The world smiled with her. But no one knew what was coming. Childbirth turned into a nightmare. After giving birth to her daughter Alexis Olympia, Serena faced a medical emergency. Her old blood clot condition returned. She had severe complications. She had trouble breathing. She felt something was terribly wrong. She begged doctors to scan her lungs. At first, they ignored her concerns. But she insisted. Tests confirmed her fear. She had dangerous blood clots again. She needed immediate surgery. Serena nearly lost her life after becoming a mother. Weeks of suffering. She underwent multiple surgeries. She was unable to move. She was unable to care for her newborn baby. She lay in bed, watching her child from far away. Her heart was breaking. She whispered, "I just want to hold my baby." Returning to tennis as a mother. Doctors told her, "Your body has been through too much." People said, "You should retire." But Serena made a decision. She would return, not for trophies, but to prove to her daughter what strength looks like. The hardest comeback. This comeback was harder than any before. She had a lost muscle, a gained weight, a lost speed. People judged her body. They judged her age. They judged her motherhood. But Serena didn't fight critics. She fought limits. If you are fighting silently, this story is for you. Backhand index pointing right. Subscribe to this channel. Because warriors are built here. Almost winning again. Serena reached Grand Slam finals again. She came close, but she lost. Again and again. People said, "She can't win anymore." But Serena smiled. She said, "I'm still here." The real victory. Even without new trophies, Serena had won something greater. She had become a symbol. For mothers. For fighters. For survivors. For dreamers. But Serena's final chapter would show her greatest power. Not as a player, but as a legend who changed the world. The legacy that will never die. Legends are not remembered only for what they win. They are remembered for what they change. Serena Williams did not just change tennis. She changed how the world sees women, mothers, fighters, dreamers. Her story became bigger than trophies. When winning stopped being everything. As Serena entered the later years of her career, something inside her changed. She still loved tennis, but she loved purpose more. She started speaking about women's rights, equality, body positivity, self-belief. She became a voice for millions. The girl who changed beauty standards. For years, Serena was criticized for her body. People said, "She's too muscular. She's not feminine enough. She doesn't look like a tennis player." But Serena never tried to shrink herself. She stood tall. She showed the world. Strength is beautiful. Power is beautiful. Confidence is beautiful. Millions of girls finally saw themselves in her. Teaching her daughter the real victory. Serena wanted her daughter to learn something more than tennis. She wanted her to learn courage. She once said, "I want my daughter to know she can be strong, confident, and kind." Her life became her daughter's lesson. Serena beyond tennis. She became a businesswoman, an investor, a leader. She helped women entrepreneurs. She funded minority-owned businesses. She used her success to lift others. Her farewell to tennis. When Serena finally stepped away from professional tennis, the world paused. People cried. Champions bowed. Stadiums stood silent. But Serena didn't say goodbye sadly. She smiled. Because she knew. I gave my best. Now it's time to give my purpose. If Serena's story touched your heart, remember, your story is still being written. Backhand index pointing right. Subscribe to this channel. Because here, your transformation begins. Final truth. Serena Williams was not born lucky. She was born fearless. She fell. She broke. She rose. Again and again and again. She became more than a champion. She became a symbol of possibility. Final message. If a girl from Compton can change the world, so can you. And your journey starts with one decision. I will not quit. The end.